Welcome, everybody. My name is Diane Covington. I'm so excited that you are on today watching this. And I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen and get ready to write. We are going to help you prepare for a fabulous year end of 2021 and an amazing kickoff to 2022. So I'm going to ask you guys, before you hear our three teachers, to write down 3 quick questions and answer these questions. And then when we're done, I'd like you to take a picture of your piece of paper and text it to your director or your national. So the first question I'd like for you to answer is, what are you most proud of from your business in 2021? What's something that you did or achieved that you're really proud of for this last year? Jot that down right now. Okay, question number 2. What's your one most favorite thing to do in your business? What's the one thing that brings you the most joy? It might be pampering faces, it might be handing out samples, it might be sharing the opportunity, whatever it is. What's the thing you literally look forward to doing the most in your business? It's your favorite thing about your Mary Kay. Jot that down, number 2. And question number 3 is, what's your burning desire goal for the next 12 weeks to 6 months? So the next 3 to 6 months, what's your burning desire goal? Something that just you want more than anything. Jot it down. All right, now hold on to your seats because you're about to be blown away by these 3 next speakers. Just so you know, the 4 of us combined have earned over 35 Mary Kay cars. We've earned over 36 diamond rings for the Court of Sales. We've earned 20 diamond Bs for the Court of Sharing and 2 queen Bs. So I will tell you guys, we have fallen down and gotten back up a lot. So you're going to hear from 3 amazing teachers. The first one I'd like to introduce you to is Crystal Tatum. She's a new director of 5 months. She lives in Texas. She's been in Mary Kay a total, though, of 35 years. So she was in, left, and then came back. And so Crystal, take it away.
Hi, ladies. So I'm so excited that you decided to join us and focus on your goals for 2022. And what I'd like to share with you is accountability. What does accountability mean? Well, accountability is promising what you said you were going to do and you follow through with it. For example, when we were talking about doing this awesome video for all of you, is Weight Watchers came to mind. When you're accountable and you really want to lose weight, what do? You set a plan, you continue with the plan, and you follow through with it. It's just like your Mary Kay business. The first thing that you do is you work with your director on getting trained, you build your website, you set up your pro pay, and you start your goals. To give you an example, I'm a Harley Davidson motorcycle rider. I ride the biggest motorcycle that Harley makes. Now, do you think I just got on that motorcycle and I just took off on it and was disgraceful as ever? No, I got on it, fell down, tore my best pair of jeans and said a few words, but I got back on. And that's how our Mary Kay business is. You go out and you meet people, you offer them a facial. Can I share the opportunity with you? And you have created accountability. Now you can be accountable to other people. However, what I'd like to share with you is being accountable to yourself. Okay, we all make mistakes, we all mess up. We get funny things that happen to us. Today I walked out and I had a feather that was laying on the ground that was blue and black and white. And I was like, oh, well, one of my angels is around. Well, you know what? Sometimes we have Mary Kay angels that are around that say, hey, you know what? You need to talk to that person that's right next to you. So you're being accountable to yourself. If you don't talk to that person that was nudged to you, did you lose accountability? Well, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But being accountable, setting your goals, and making your plan throughout the year of 2022. You may have had the best year of 2021, or you may have had the worst year, or it could have been, had a great time, but now I'm going to get serious about my Mary Kay business. And that's being accountable to yourself. One thing that I do want to share with you is that we all make mistakes. You can set your goals. I want to talk to 5 people today. Well, guess what? I talked to one person. I froze when I was in the grocery store, but the next day I talked to 10 people. So are you giving yourself permission to be accountable? Yes. So one of the things I would like to share with you is a weekly plan sheet. So some of you have full-time jobs. I have a full-time career. I am in the mortgage business. However, I work Mary Kay around my schedule. So as you can see on the screen, in the yellow is your quiet time. You have a little bit of quietness. It's where you either do some talking with God, you follow scripture, maybe you set some things throughout the day that you would like to accomplish. Then you hurry, you get out the door and you start working, you've got your job. Now, how can you be accountable to yourself with having a job and trying to book skincare classes or facials, anything like that? What you want to do is give yourself enough time and become efficient at scheduling. Maybe make a call, maybe make 2 calls, 3 calls during your lunch period so that you can set up a facial or a skincare class for yourself. Then you go back to your job and you hustle and you complete your job throughout the day. That's accountability. When you complete your job from 8 to 5, you take a little bit of a lunch break, you're making yourself accountable. So after that, you decide, okay, one of the things that Diane had shared with you is what was one of your accomplishments or some accomplishments for 2021. The other thing that Mary Kay teaches us is your 6 most important things that you do during the day. So jot down what you would like to accomplish during that day, and maybe do that beside your bed. Put it on your bedstand that you want to accomplish during that next day. And guess what? Take a pen, scratch it off, okay? I did that today. I had 6 things I wanted to do today, and guess what? I got 3 of them done. Now, that's a goal for myself, and I was accountable. I was very, very pleased. Now, some days I only get 1 done, but Mary Kay always said, write down the 6 most important things for yourself to do and cross off when you've got them completed. You give yourself a fire that's on the inside and you transfer it to the next day to see if you can get it done. So this year is your year. It's our year. I have personal goals. I know that all of us have personal goals, but you can do it. Just like Mary Kay says, I can, I will, I must. And there is never failure in our business. You are just taking 1 step at a time. And Mary Kay always will say that she has the bloodiest knees of us all. So if you fall down, just like I did, fall down, I fell off my motorcycle 2 weeks ago, and guess what I did? I scratched it. Am I happy? No, but you know what? I'm probably one of the better motorcycle riders out there in our female group. So what I'm sharing with you is that we all fall down. We all make ourselves accountable. We can do this business, and so can you. We have gone through the steps that you're going to go through yourself, and we are here to guide you, love you, and show you the way to become top-notch. On to 2022. You can do it.
Great. Thanks, Crystal. Okay, Kimberly, take it away.
So good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are joining us from. Get excited. I have the opportunity of sharing with you what is the most important thing or the most on fire goal that you have, but what is the one thing? So like for me, the thing that brings me around, if I get stuck sometimes in the sharing department or get stuck in any part, the one thing that I always do is I go to my default. My default is going out and putting this product on people's faces, virtually, in person, in the store, at Starbucks, wherever I am. I will find a way to get product on somebody. I walk around with lotions that just tipped over on my desk, lotions, or a fragrance or a something in my purse. I have business cards with me. I am equipped and able to hand out so that I can stay accountable to myself by being out there looking for new faces to see. The other things are just going to happen. They're just going to happen, because when you have an on fire goal of seeing maybe so many faces. So for me, my goal every single week is to have 30 new faces a month. 30 new faces a month is absolutely going to get to every single goal that I have in Mary Kay. Why? Because you can't see that many people without having sold something, because Mary Kay says nothing happens until you sell something. And that many people, I guarantee there are some people out there that are overworked, underpaid, under-respected, like they're not making enough money. There are people out there right now, especially in the economy that we're traveling through right now in these seasons across the globe. There are women out there that are ready for something more in their lives. Why not with you? Why not with you? You deserve that. And again, being accountable to what's in your heart. You don't need to follow anybody else's dream. I am a big athlete. I love running my own race. I have never been a big runner. I am more of a cyclist, road bike, not a motorcycle, though I did start off on a Harley, Crystal, just FYI. But these days I'm on a road bike, running all kinds of miles everywhere. And I picked up golfing. I'm big with working out with my weights and what is most important. So, and I also live by the beach, and I started running. Not my favorite thing, but because I do a little tiny bit every single day, I'm now becoming better at it, and I'm enjoying it just a little bit. No, I'm not ready for any marathons, but I'm accountable to myself for my own challenges in my workout ethics. And what I find is that I love the results that I get. So when I'm out there, what am I always thinking about? Well, I'm thinking about, first of all, it helps clear my mind. That is my quiet time, is going out and having that first couple hours of doing for me. And that frees my mind for the rest of the day so that I can be focused on what my on fire goal is, of seeing new faces. And you're going to find them everywhere. And if you think about that, when you're out, I've been in Mary Kay 27 years. And what I have found is I have incorporated Mary Kay as a everyday, like, conversation. Somehow I will bring the conversation around to Mary Kay. I maybe will ask them if they've ever tried Mary Kay. I will offer them my business card. I will have my Mary Kay pin on, or some Mary Kay piece of jewelry. And, if somebody comments on it, that's just an open opportunity for it. But if you don't have a t-shirt or something that shows that you're with Mary Kay, people are not going to just be coming to your door, knocking at your door, asking, oh, by the way, are you in Mary Kay? It doesn't happen that way. I know it's a dream, but that dream is probably far-fetched right there. So having a 12-week goal, 12-week goal, you guys, that's only 3 weeks. Okay. 3 weeks for your 12-week goal, 3 months. Sorry. Got you. So 3 months out of a year, if you just hit a 12-week goal, for every 3 months for all those quarters, what's going to happen is that, just like Crystal, she might have fallen off her motorcycle, but she got better every single time. And me running on the beach, I got better every single time going out and doing it. And it's not just a matter of getting better, because we don't practice to perfect. We practice for progress. It's progress. We always want to be looking forward, and we want to be, don't we always want to congratulate ourselves? Give yourself permission to stumble, and be okay with getting back up. And all I really love is knowing that I can reach out to any one of the women on this call right now. I can reach out to anyone in Mary Kay. And basically what I'm saying is, there's mentors out there for you. When you get stuck, or if you're out there and you've held 10 facials and you haven't sold a dang thing, it's not what you're doing, but it might be one thing maybe you're saying that's throwing the person off that might be wanting to purchase something from you. So work with a mentor, work with somebody that has had, Mary Kay always says, attach your wagon to a star, and work with somebody that's already ran that race and find out what they do, because having all the different ideas, you're not going to switch your gears from where you are right now. But if you grab an idea, just take one that interests you and run with that idea. You just never know where you're going to end up. And so have that year-long goal, that on fire goal for you. Have a no is not an option desire in your soul. It has to be something you're excited about, that you want to do. Big or small, it's yours and you need to claim it. Be accountable to yourself and be on fire for that next step.
Great, Kimberly. Thank you so much. Okay, now we're going to go to Belinda. Belinda, take it away.
Hi, guys. I'm super excited about teaching to you guys today. Part of making a goal and having on fire success is knowing your seasons, knowing your emotional management. Would you agree that by doing your 6 most importance and having your affirmations, sorry guys, I can't talk today, holy cow. And by setting yourself up for success every single day, you're going to make your life a whole lot easier to get to that dream or goal or whatever it may be in your 12-week period. So let me talk to you a little bit about emotional management and seasons. As you agree, we all go through life, whether we have a part-time or a full-time job, whether we have kids or we don't have kids, whether we take care of our houses on top of our full-time jobs, on top of our Mary Kay business, on top, we all wear many, many, many hats. And so with those hats come seasons and, of course, emotional chaos. So how do we get through that emotional chaos? Well, let me kind of give you an example of what I went through as a brand new director. Okay. I had the opportunity of taking life either by the horns or crawling into bed. Okay. So as many of you know, I lost somebody pretty special last year. And by the end of 2021, I actually lost 9 family members, had 6 months of no car at all, had very sick father-in-law. My beautiful baby daughter, who is no longer a baby, I wish, was trying to commit suicide. And so we all have life happenings that keep happening. But what were my successes in 2021? A brand new sales director, completed DIQ before becoming a sales director in 2 months. And we just picked up our first Mary Kay career car. So what did I do to actually get through all of that? Because you're probably looking at me right now like, how did she even make it through the 2 months of DIQ to even be a director? Well, you guys, when you set an on fire goal, that means that no matter what happens in your life, you're going to push yourself, you're going to put your blinders on, you're going to get out of here, and you're going to work through everything step by step by step. Now, did I have to take life one step at a time and one specific thing at a time? Absolutely. And everything that wasn't important, I pushed to the side. Did that mean that I gave up on my family or my faith? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But what I did do is I tried to take care of myself, whether it be health, whether it be vitamins, whether it be my mental capacity, my mental stability, or educate myself every day to keep myself in a better state of mind or stability. A couple of things that I decided to take up that were new for myself and my business this last year was I'm going to read a little bit more. And I hate to read, you guys. I absolutely hate reading, but am I a preparer? Absolutely. And so I found stuff that would reach out to me that I might be interested in and fill my cup and my emotional management. Because would you agree, if you don't have a tool box of sort to take care of yourself, you can't take care of your faith, you can't take care of your family, and you most definitely can't take care of your business. So figure out what your toolbox needs to be and fill that toolbox with the necessities to take care of yourself so that everything else falls into place, so that you can emotionally manage your every single day. Because if your cup is not filled up, then how are you supposed to fill somebody else's cup and bless them? Okay. So, Diane, will you go ahead and bring up the feelings wheel just for a second? So here's a feelings wheel, you guys, and your director will make sure that you get this particular tool. And it's pretty awesome because Mary Kay says that within the first 5 stages of your emotional feelings, if you do not get help, one of 2 things is going to happen. You're either not going to have a Mary Kay business, or you're going to learn how to emotionally walk over that barrier like it never even existed. Okay. So stage 1 is, yay, I'm a brand new beauty consultant, or I'm a tenured beauty consultant and I have a plan and I'm so excited, but I don't know what to do with it. Okay. Well, obviously you're going to get the education, you're going to set up your website, you're going to do all those necessarily things to succeed to take you to the next stage. All right. So stage 2 is, oh, I've had 3 appointments, but I booked 5 and only 3 hosted. And now they're canceling and. Well, you can either allow yourself to climb back in the car or climb back in the bed and go, everybody's canceling, and just destroy yourself and your self-confidence. Or you can get on the phone with that 15 minutes or half hour that you would have normally had an appointment and set yourself up for success and walk over that feeling versus dwelling and then sitting in the moment. Okay. So I'm sure you're looking at me going, yeah, but my feelings are valid. Absolutely. Our feelings are valid, but you can either sit and make it an hour or a day or 2 days or a week, or you can walk through those feelings and go, okay, I'm valid, I'm hurt, but this is what I'm going to do, and walk on to the next stage of your feelings and your emotions. Would you agree that you can't have an amazing goal without learning? Well, let's go to stage 3. Okay. Stage 3 is, okay, I've had some success. I've had some knockdowns. I'm kind of in shock that I earned a car. So that's be in my shoes for a minute. And I earned a car. Okay. It's a real business. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. However, what about those people that talk to us that we allow in our circle to say, oh, what kind of car payment do you have to pay? Well, who pays your insurance? So how long did you really earn it? So how we approach those situations is, no, I earned this wonderful opportunity to have a career car. And if you would like, I would love to share the opportunity with you. So we are taking a negative and putting a positive versus allowing that emotional baggage to just go, oh, well, maybe I need to look all this stuff up. Maybe I don't believe my company. Maybe I need to do some research. No, you're going to have faith first. You're going to believe in yourself second. And 3, they're either going to really look into your opportunity or you're going to walk past them because you have a greater destination. And so on to stage 4. Stage 4 is, denial. We all have a denial button, denial that we can grow, denial that we can really make our businesses successful, or maybe just denial in the success of itself. And denial is kind of tricky. Okay. I can tell you that if you have not already talked to your director, which you should be communicating with your director per each stage, and that just keeps you mentally and emotionally healthy in your business, and she can actually help you with your goal. Okay. But that's really reach into the denial stage, because like Crystal and Kimberly said, accountability is a really big deal for you, for your business, for working with your director. And when you hit the stage 4 of this feelings and emotions and outcomes and experiences, you are at this point experiencing withdrawal, meaning withdrawal from your family, maybe because you haven't been working your business and you decided to stay in bed, or withdrawal in the fact that you're not returning your director's calls or your recruiter's calls, withdrawal from people because you're overwhelmed and you should get on the phone, or procrastination. I know we've all done procrastinating. We've procrastinated till the cows come home, on one thing or another, because we didn't want to get on the phone and make those calls so that we had people on virtual appointments or appointments just on our books. And the third one is avoiding success meetings. Oh, that meeting's too boring. Oh, I don't need that meeting. It's going to be the same thing this week. When you guys hit denial, we encourage you to most definitely get a hold of us, because we can actually then scoop you up and teach you something. Not that we couldn't teach you in the other stages, but this allows us the opportunity to show you the differences between each meeting, show you the difference of growth that you have grown through these 4 stages, and actually give you ultimately a different perspective. I can tell you that if you allow yourself to go much farther, like into stage 5, which is I can't do it, or this isn't for me, or that, like I said, one of 2 choices happens. You either go to Mary Kay heaven, as we call it, or you start feeling the success of your business because you allowed us the opportunity to help you. So I hope, guys, that you really look deep into your emotional and your seasonal status, and maybe break it down a little bit with your director so that she can most definitely take care of you and help you succeed to that goal that you want, that is so important to you, because we're super excited about seeing where you reach for 2022.
Oh, thank you for that, Belinda. So you guys, we will make sure that you have available the sample of the weekly accomplishment sheet, or weekly plan sheet, excuse me, as well as the emotional cycle. And thank you for all 3 of the teachers. So I do want to ask you guys something. First of all, one of the key things that Belinda brought up with that emotional wheel is we all go through that. And I have Mary Kay friends that missed a big goal. Maybe it was the trip or a Cadillac or whatever. And sometimes they take a day off to go through that whole cycle. They can do that whole cycle in an hour. They can do it in 10 minutes, but they could do it in a year. They could take an entire year and deal with that. I don't want to deal with it. This isn't what I thought. I'm frustrated. So the goal would be for every area of your life, not just Mary Kay, but even your personal life, to learn how to handle that emotional wheel and learn how to get through it in a much shorter period of time. I remember when a postponement or a hostess canceling on me would absolutely derail me. Like literally I'd go, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You can't postpone. I don't say that out loud, but that was my thought. And I would sometimes take days not even wanting to pick up the phone. And now when a hostess postpones, I have like a 30-second, literally 30-second pity party. And I go, bummer for her. She just missed a really good time. And I pick up the phone. And that's That's the goal, is that figuring out how to take the wheels that Belinda just shared with you, take the accountability that Crystal talked about, and then keeping always in mind your burning desire. What is it that you want more than anything that Kimberly talked about, and help that get you through that emotional cycle? Because see, if you've got an accountability partner, hopefully your director or your national, and you guys, it's super important. I think Crystal brought that up about why Weight Watchers is so successful. When you weigh in every week and you have a coach and you have a meeting, it's not like you get weighed once a quarter and then, wow, did I lose any weight? No, you get weighed weekly. So you're always accountable to yourself. And when you have those things in place, the results you guys get will blow your mind. So we will share those documents with you. But before we let you go, I'd like you to look back up at your list, the first 3 questions I asked you to write down. And you may change these things. You may still, what you're most proud of was question number 1. You may have thought about something else. So if so, scratch that out and put something else down. Your most favorite thing, that's probably the same, but if you changed it, that's okay. But the most important thing is look at what you wrote for number 3. What's your burning desire goal? What's the goal that just puts you on fire, that just makes you just say, I'd be willing to run to the ends for that. I'd be willing to step outside my comfort zone and talk to somebody, or do my very first live virtual event because I want that so much. So cross that out. You don't have to share with anybody, but please text that picture and take a picture of those questions, just your answer to those first 3, and text those to your director, because she is your biggest cheerleader. She is there to hold you up and believe in you, even when we don't believe in ourselves. She's the one who's going to be able to tell you, you can do it, because that's what Mary Kay used to always tell us. You can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to pay the price. And the price is sometimes doing stuff when we don't want to do it. So I just know that 2022, and from all 4 of us, we want to bless you and your business for abundance and blessings beyond what you guys think. What if the plan for you is so audacious and so big, it almost makes you throw up? Like you're thinking, can I get a red jacket? And we're thinking, get a car in 6 months. And you're like, a car? I don't even have a team member. You guys, it's a decision. Once you make a decision and you want to move forward, nothing will hold you back. Every one of the women on this panel today, they all had huge obstacles that a lot of people would have thrown in the towel. But instead they said, you know what? Up, over, around any obstacle that gets in my path. And that's exactly what they did. Don't think you're the only one who's got obstacles. I think Belinda probably could get a trophy for the amount of things that were thrown in her path personally during her DIQ. And some of us have health challenges with our children, challenges with marriages, challenges with relationships. Those don't go away. So I want to thank you for this time. Please don't overthink these 3 questions. Don't sit here and analyze and go, well, my director, what is she going to think if I wrote that? It doesn't matter what we think. This is all about you. It's not about us. There's no part of us in this equation, right? This is all about you. So please just write down those answers, take a quick picture of it, text it to your director, and share with her what your burning desire goal is. And it may change, but for right now, what lights you on fire? All right, you guys, have an amazing day, an amazing week, and please, please put some of this into place. So my 48-hour challenge to you is, if you take your number 3 question, the 3rd thing you wrote down, your burning desire goal, I want to ask you, what is your 48-hour challenge is to take the first step, and what would that look like? So I'm just going to give you a super fast example. Let's say your goal is to be a red jacket and you don't have any team members yet. Then it's going to be like, okay, so then what could you do to move you closer to that? Maybe making a prospect list. Now, most of the time when I make a prospect list, the people on the list have no clue they're on my list. They've never said to me, I'm thinking about joining your team. It's people who I love their energy. I love who they are. I love their integrity, their personality. I want them on my team. It's like if I was a headhunter hiring people, I'd hire them, right? So maybe if your burning desire is red jacket, maybe your first step is to make that chicken list of the people you would want to have on your team. Maybe it's setting up your first sharing appointment with your director, whatever it is. But I want to ask you to figure out what that burning desire is, what that on fire goal is, and what's the one step you can take in the next 48 hours to move you closer to that goal. If you aren't sure what the next step should be, always text your director. But I have a feeling that God would never plant that desire in your heart without equipping you with the skills to make it happen. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to get into action. It's just taking your first step. So with that said, I would love to know what your first step is going to be. Please reach out to your director, and we want to thank you so much for taking your time today to learn. Have a fabulous and amazing 2022.